Now, during this, what we're really going to be talking about today is why are games in the West avoiding the male gaze. And a lot of people don't want to really accept that these people are trying to extinguish women from the gaming industry. But I'm going to show you some evidence today. I'm just going to show you the evidence. I'm not going to really go over the entire article. Now, if you really want to go over this entire article, you're going to have to look it up yourself. I don't have the time, and I don't really feel like I'll just pretty much sum it up. Pretty much is what I do. But we're going to go over games that are having beautiful women being updated to be masculine. We're going to go over all that good stuff. But if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Share the video. Make sure it gets out there. Follow me on X. And if you like Stellar Blade, make sure you join the community. I am trying to build a huge community over there. Just continue to support and try to get these videos out there because people need to stay updated on gaming news and know what's going on with their video games, so they can make the proper decisions on in the future on what they want to support and what they don't want to support. I appreciate it. So, not too long ago, I was one of those type of people who would usually say that there's nothing going on in video games. These people are just coming up with shit in their head. Now, did I go on here and start making stupid claims like some of these people are on X? No. I didn't tell anybody that they was wrong. I just disagreed. But I had to come to accept reality after they not only attacked Marvel Spider-Man 2, which was a complete downgrade from the original game, Marvel Spider-Man, the first one. And I saw some stuff in there that I really did not like. And it's like this thing, like I said before in one of my other videos, that they try to do this indoctrination tactic, that they start injecting stuff in there. And you just accept it because you want to, you probably want to give people a slide by or a chance or maybe another way to tell a story. And that's fine and all kind of, but when you come in to play a Spider-Man game, you come in for Peter Parker and you want it to be identical to source material. You want everything to be basically right on the nose. You want everything to be correct. 95%. You want it to be 95% of what you expected it to be. And Marvel Spider-Man pretty much delivered that. And Marvel Spider-Man 2 came out. And there's so many things in there that just makes you understand what's going on. If you see from my point of view, there's so much stuff. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is full of politics. And it's full of the male gaze being underappreciated in there. These people are trying to make you more comfortable with having manly women. These people want you to be more comfortable with women who act like men. So let's look at actual real life. If you're in the West, you know this is actually going on. Women in the West are becoming more manly. They're acting manly. They do manly things. They do unmoral things. They don't care about the male gaze. They don't. The only time they actually care about giving men something good to stare at is if they're getting money for it. Relationships are terrible, and it's really tough for a man in the West to really find a woman who's actually feminine. Sometimes you can't pick and choose. You have to just deal with what you got, and but don't accept this. This is indoctrination. You are a man, and you need to act like it, and you need to open your eyes and see what's being told here. And Women are feminine creatures. Women are more bearable when they act feminine and act less manly, and they know their role. And honestly, women are more attractive when they fit and they take care of themselves. Okay, don't accept this bullshit that they're spouting to you. You know what's going on. Okay, 80% of women in 2022, I believe that it was somewhere around the 80. It was 80% of women cause divorces. They initiated the divorce basically. And out of that 8% of women, knowing how women are in the West, do you really believe that 80% of the women was in the right to divorce? And then think about the 20% of men who initiated divorce. Why did they initiate divorce? It basically shows that men don't like having divorces. We already know what we want. We want to get married, we want to settle down, we want to have kids and die. That's it. But these women, ever since, they learned that they can get money off of men, what do? They go in there, they get their clout, and then after that, they leave and take everything that you have with them. That's not, fair, but it's just what it is. And that's what's going on. And more men are waking up to it. That's why we have passport bros. And women are trying to do the same thing, but, it's not working out for them because other countries don't accept this behavior down here. Majority of the world does not appeal to these ideals down here in Canada or here in the United States. Even men down here don't like it, but it's being done, basically, to fuck over men and for money and all that shit, power and all that. But these women are actually going into the gaming industry. Most of these women are feminists. And feminists wants to stop the patriarchy or some shit like that. So basically what it is just the patriarchy is mainly just white men, as they like to call it. Cis white men, which is just straight male people at the very top, and they want to basically belittle men and make women the dominant species, even though that is completely they're completely incapable of doing that. They're not capable. Women are not capable of vision or anything like that. Okay, you may get like 1 or 2 out of 100,000 women who are able to have a vision and capable of leading anything, but that's just 1 or 2 women. Majority don't even have the emotional stability to do that, or the mental stability to even do that. And that's fine because women are good at whatever women do, but they're not supposed to be in male roles. So when you give a woman a male role in entertainment, what do? You do things like Kathleen Kennedy is doing for Star Wars, when you completely go against the male ideas and try to push your own ideas. And studies has been done to show that women love to self-insert themselves in anything that they do. They love to self-insert themselves and make themselves perfect, basically. So when you get these people like the writer for Marvel Spider-Man 2, when you get the writer like that to come write your game, and she writes MJ is just another girl boss who is self-inserted into the game, and there's no flaws, there's nothing else. There's just this girl boss who's basically perfect in every way, and she was nothing like that in the Marvel Spider-Man, the first Marvel Spider-Man game. She wasn't like that at all. And you get these other games like Forspoken, where out of nowhere, this woman comes out of nowhere and has this big ass cuff on her fucking arm, and for some reason she's all powerful and able to kill people without any training or any knowledge on how to use magic or anything. She doesn't fuck up or anything. Even at the start of the game, she doesn't even. The only thing that kind of shows it's just complete girl boss behavior. No imperfections or anything. Just perfect. And then they have these same attitudes, if you don't realize it. They're either belittle men or they're bitches. And if you pay attention in real life, you'll realize that most women actually act like this in the West. Now in the East, most women in the East are actually respectful, beautiful women. But in the West, they all act like men. So when you get these games where you got MJ acting like this girl boss who acts like a man and belittling men, and when you got Forspoken who's out here belittling everybody, acting like a complete bitch to everyone, and she's, you got fucking Flintlock coming out, another girl boss who's manly in every way, and I'm pretty sure she's not going to even have any imperfections. You got this another game coming out, Perfect Dark Zero, that's coming out. She's going to be another girl boss. You got Star Wars Outlaws coming out, another girl boss. It's like you got the same personality going on here. You got the same self-inserting going on here. You got a bunch of people who think the same, act the same, and have the same ideas, and they all want to self-insert themselves in a video game, and it just doesn't work. Men don't do that. Men understand the character, and they connect themselves to that character that's being displayed, no matter what skin color, no matter what they are. But women can't do this. Women don't have the capacity or anything like this to do that. You may, like I said, you may get like 1 or 2 out of 100,000, but most women are not capable of this. So when you have these women who are not capable of this, and then they're also feminist, what does that spell out for you? It spells out this constant need to push the girl boss narrative, and that's to have perfect self-inserted women in video games who can do everything and don't need men. Okay, so, and they also don't have the looks of a feminine woman. So when you have these women who can't look like women, and they already have all this hatred inside of them, then what are they gonna do? These people hate men, by the way. If you know what feminists are, you should know what they are. We all know what feminists are. They hate men. So when you got these feminists who hate men working on your video games, of course they're going to say, I don't want to give these men any reason to have, because they know majority of the people who play video games on console is men. It's not even close, okay? Majority of the people who play video games on mobile, I say it's 50-50 for that, for mobile games. But majority of men who play on console, they play consoles, okay? Women don't really play consoles like that. It's rare. So you got these women who know that men are constantly playing on their consoles, and they're making these big games, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna avert the male gaze. And if you look at some of these articles or some of these things that I post up, you can actually see that they are saying that we're gonna avert the male gaze. And what they do by averting the male gaze is by making the woman less feminine. Now, I did see something for The Last of Us Part 2 where they basically say, like, we don't avert the male gaze because of women and sexualizing women. We do it because it's to appease the trans community, which I do have a feeling that it has something to do with that too, but it also has something to do with feminism, because LGBTQ and feminism go right in the same corner. It's both hateful towards men. It's both people acting in, one is actually female and the other one's pretending to be female. Some of them just do it for their own reason. We're not going to get into LGBTQ and all of them, but it's just basically the feminism mindset. So the same logic still applies, even if it's LGBTQ, gays, or whatever. The same thing applies. It's all feminism mindset. So you got these people in here with these feminism mindsets who hate men, so they're going to do everything in their power to avoid the male gaze and put their gaze in there. You don't see them altering men in these video games, do you? No, because they know women want their eye candy. They want their eye candy. But they're going to do it to the men because they hate men. And plus, they can't be like those feminine women. They either can't be it because they're trans and men cannot be women, or they're women who just lazy and don't want to work for the body, or they just maybe physically can't get it. And what do? They build that hatred up inside of them, and then they, ruin whatever property that has beautiful women in it. It's just what women are. Women are hateful. It's just the reality of the situation. Now, if you were to go to any Easter game when people use this realism as a topic, don't believe it, because you fucking use let's say we'll post some Easter meme up here. As you can see, all these women from the East are depicted correctly. And I even show a little bit of Cal Kestis from Star Wars. But you look at Star Wars Outlaws, look at that. Why would you... How can you sit here and tell me that these people are not trying to avert the male gaze when you got this woman looking like this in the video game? They put Cal Kestis exactly as he was in that photo, but you put her in here for what? To tell your type of story? No, that's not. No, that's bullshit. You put him in here. You put her in here to avert the male gaze because you're getting paid funds to do it, and because you're a feminist. There's a feminist mindset running around in there. And LGBTQ, but like I said, we're just gonna say feminist mindset because it's all integrated together. So, money and all that shit's integrating together. So, of course they're pushing it. Of course they're making all these women look androgynous, because every androgynous woman, every disabled woman that they put in here, everything that averts the male gaze, they're getting paid by, depending on whoever it is, BlackRock or Vanguard, because those are two of the biggest investment companies. So if you're making all these funds for putting these people in here, of course you're going to probably do it because games are expensive. But you should expect your game to fail, because you're not going to be able to continue doing this for very long, because people are catching on every minute. People are catching on every day. People know what's going on. People are not dumb. And every time that they do this, every time they ruin another property with this propaganda bullshit, that wakes another person up to join our cause, whether they see our videos or not, or whether they know what's going on or not. People are going to see it. People are going to voice it. People are going to share videos, share evidence, and there's nothing you can do to stop that. The only way you're going to be able to stop it is if you stop pushing the message. But you can't do that, not can you? You have to continue being hateful, spiteful people. You have to continue being sexist, and you have to continue this fake patriarchy mindset, so you can be able to spin whatever type of idealism or whatever ideology you want to do. But it's not going to work. It's like I said, these people are trying to avert the male gaze because of feminism, because they're hiring feminists to do this. And they're also trying to avert the mindset because of investment companies like BlackRock. And I'll show a video of BlackRock right there. If I can find some way to, because you know, we've got to have evidence for everything. I'm probably going to try to find somewhere where it shows that Vanguard and BlackRock is invested in some companies, but people should already know BlackRock and all that is investment in companies. They talk about it all the time. They invest in everything. It's like, it's no excuse to not know that BlackRock and Vanguard invest in these gaming companies and all these other big companies. You know, it's no excuse not to know that. But if I find some, I'll put it in the video. But it makes sense of why they're pushing this stuff. If you're getting funds to bring all these people in here who are feminist and LGBTQ, and they all have the same mindset and the same goal, and their same goal is to basically indoctrinate people and children too, to not see gender and twist it together to be something that it is very vague and no one knows what it is. That's the ideology you're trying to push. That's the shit you want to push because you can't be what you want to be, and you can't accept it. And so instead of working to be it or just accepting yourself, you decide to ruin other people's properties, ruin other people's lives, ruin children's lives to spread misery upon others as well because you're miserable. It's not gonna work. I'm not gonna sit here and be miserable with you, and I'm not gonna feel sorry for you. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe. I'll try to do a little bit more videos talking to men, so men can wake up and actually see that, like, it's not wrong to like feminine women. Okay, if you like feminine women, then that means you're a straight male and you're a normal male. Okay, you're normal. These people don't like normality. These people don't like rules. These people don't like consequences. These people don't like nothing. The only thing that they like is to do whatever the fuck they want to do. And we know we can't live in a world where people can do whatever they want. That is not an ideal world. Make sure you like the video now and share the video. Make sure you get this message get out there so more men can wake up and see how they're averting the male gaze and all that type of shit. Just to stop something that's not going on. Just to indoctrinate people to accept, anything. And men shouldn't just accept anything. So nobody accept anything, but no one should just accept any type of woman. When people want a woman, they want a feminine woman. Okay? Majority of the earth want feminine women.